Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share to you my third-person character controller. This is just an overview of how I made my character controller, so I will not be explaining in details the steps on how I made it. So let's start. First of all, the character and animations that I use in this video are from Mixamo, and I also use Vinny Guerrero's Godot Game Tools Blender add-on to import the character and animations from Mixamo to Blender and export them to Godot. So this is how I set up my character and its animations using an animation tree with animation node blend tree as its tree root. In the blend tree, I'm using a blend space 2D to control my animations using its X and Y values. As you can see, whenever I move the cursor in the blend space 2D, the animation changes. So we will be using these values in our code as our input directions for the character. For me, blend space 2D is very useful if you have a lot of animations that you want to blend. Like for instance, if you have an animation for walking right, walking left, or running right, running left, or running right with attack, running left with attack, you can use blend space 2D to control these animations. In addition, I'm also using an animation node transition to control my animation change from one state to another. And here's the list of animations that I download from Mixamo. I edited some animations to suit my needs. Now let's take a look into our player setup and the code that makes it move. I use a kinematic body for the player and I instance the character setup I discussed earlier as a child scene. Here, I'm using enums to control the animation state change. For the movement, I'm using WASD keys to move the character with input variables of 1 and -1. These input variables will be used to control the animations in the blend space 2D as what I've mentioned earlier. So this is the function that will change the animation state. The next function controls the animation. This function will be called in the physics process. As you can see, at the end of the animate function, those are the parameters that controls the values of our animation tree. If you don't know how to find those parameters, a quick tip would be to open the scene that contains the animations in any text editor, and you can view those parameters. Now, let's look into the camera code. The camera and the player's Y rotation is controlled with a mouse motion, but I added a feature wherein if you press the scroll button, you can rotate the camera around the player without affecting the player's rotation. I also added a zoom in and zoom out functionality, as well as collision detection using raycast. Now let's run the scene and see it in action. You can download the whole project from the link below. Thank you guys for watching.